Hey, good evening, YouTubers. So I'm in Salt Lake City still, as you can see. Just kind of hanging out, doing my thing. So I thought I'd get on here and chat with you kind folks for just a minute or two, see what everybody's into. Alan, Ralph, how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? How you doing, Lucas? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get YouTube up on the other phone. So I went and got the ears lowered today a little bit. Got a little hair whacked off. Sure there, huh? Are you coming to Salt Lake, man? You're coming to Salt Lake. Lucas stuck over here in Tennessee, or no, he's in Florida. Yeah, thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. Thanks for watching, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys. So let me grab my vape. I gotta find my juice, man. Gotta find my juice. Gotta have the juice. I think I left it in the containers. I think I did with it. No. Alright, so if it's not there, and it's not, what might I have done with my juice? Whoop. Thought it was in here. Y'all give me like 30 seconds here to a minute and I'll be up there with y'all. Well, I'm trying to find the juice, man. I don't know what I do with my burst. I don't know. I had it out. I had it out today, and now I don't see it. I thought it was like right here. Maybe not. So we may just have to try this blueberry muffin out tonight when this tape runs out. All right. So we got some replacement juice just in case. Holy crap, David. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, Alan, the weigh-in was good. The weigh-in was good. I'm down 11 or 12 pounds total since I started the program. Sam, I don't know, buddy. I mean, I'm sure they'll have trucks. They have them. It just takes a little while sometimes. All right, so we tested today, and it did not go well. So we're testing again on Wednesday. Yeah, it did not go well, Frosty. It was something minor. It was a ear brake issue, so he failed the ear brake test. So we'll try again on Wednesday. He's coming tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and we're just going to spend the day just pounding on the air brake test, like all day pre-trip, just probably 4 or 5 hours of it nonstop. And we'll test again on Wednesday. So y'all just keep in mind when you come to Prime and you got to do the pre-trip, guys, there's much more to it than the engine compartment, all right? There's a lot more to it. Yeah, he just needs to study a little more, Jeff. It'd be all right. He actually did everything. So everything he did was good. The only problem was when he was doing the applied pressure test and the fanning down, the truck was running. So therefore, yes, air brake is auto fail. Correct. I did, man. I don't necessarily like it real much. I mean, but it serves its purpose until I can get to Kelsey. It serves its purpose until I can go see Kelsey later in the week or first of next week or something. So I need to find out if I have anybody in orientation this week in Springfield. I haven't called yet. So here's what we've done. Many of y'all know Jason Gills was waiting for me in Springfield as my next PSD student. Well, because of this today, because of what happened today with testing and the fact that Chad Rich's student quit and walked off his truck over the weekend, we made arrangements today, and Jason Gills jumping on Chad Rich's truck for his training. So Jason Gillis is going with Chad Rich now, and then I am going to go to Springfield and get a student next week. Believe it or not, Sammy did. Sammy did. He was able to fan the brakes down. He was able to get the warning buzzer on. He was able to get the knobs to pop out. Everything was able to happen. No, Jeff, I haven't been to Alaska or Hawaii, so I've been in all the lower 48 though. I have been in the entire lower 48. But I've never been to Alaska or Hawaii myself. Those are going to be vacation spots for me to get to. Frosty, mine is way down. Mine is way down. Like, I didn't take my medicine for 3 days and did my blood pressure, and I was 128 over 88, or no, 128 over 78. I think that's what it was, or 80, I don't remember. But anyways, I would have passed. That's without my medication. Yeah. Yeah, the exercise and the quitting smoking. Frosty, that's what I was at when I came to Prime originally. My very first physical at Prime, it said blood pressure 140 over 90. What percentage of the time do I deal with lopers? Less than 50% of the time. How you doing, Cliff? Yeah, less than 50% of the time. See? Down with the keto diet. That makes a big difference. Well, Lucas, I'm on meds too, but I don't think I need them anymore. So I'm going to make an appointment with the doctor and go see him and see if he wants me to stay on them or if they want to lower the dosage. Ryan, I got rid of it. My student auto failed on the brake test, and I didn't want to leave that out there for him, so I just took it down. So that's what happened to it. That's why I took it down this morning. Testing here in Salt Lake's really different, guys. For those of you that tested in Springfield, let me tell you, Salt Lake is really, really weird. They have one tester, and it's by appointment only, and we were the only test scheduled for the entire day. Anthony, I personally don't know them, but I have seen many. I have seen many guys with, or drivers, some are females as well, with bikes. Jeff, I haven't looked at what you're talking about, so I'd have to look that up to talk about it. If you're talking about a new proposed hour of service, must be something like really new. Danny, it did not go well. We did not make it past the pre-trip. We're going to try again on Wednesday. His TNT trainer, I think, is already here. Or is going to be here today. I don't know, man. There's a lot of room in this truck. You can see, there's a lot of room. I mean, it's a good-sized truck. How you doing, Kelly? Says Peterbilt's a good-sized truck, guys. There's a lot of space in here. 30-minute break cannot. Oh, no, 30-minute break can't be on duty, unless that's something new you're telling me. That would be new. Sitting in Ocala. When did that start? When did that go into effect, guys? Yes, Jeff. Yeah, 2-day rule in Salt Lake as well. It's always been 2 days in Salt Lake and Pittston. Springfield had the 1 day, but everybody else had the 2. New hours of service came out Friday. Oh, it's proposed. Okay, so it hasn't. Okay, I got you. It's nothing that's in effect or anything. Okay, I can go look at it real quick. Anthony, I've got a 2020 and it's been good to me. Do I miss my Cascadia at all in any sense? Only the fridge, Lucas. The bigger fridge. I really miss the larger fridge. Yeah, Strange, I got your message. I got an email from you. I do miss the larger fridge though. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really missed, to be honest with you. There was something the other day I was thinking about, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. So it must not be too big of an issue, right? You know, Big Houston, yes, I get less fuel mileage, but I don't, it's not enough that I like miss it. It's not enough that I'm like feeling it. I mean, I'm getting 8.6 in this at 65 miles an hour. I mean, if I was getting 7, I'd probably have an issue. No, I don't have any problems with it. I know the testers don't think too highly of the new. The tester didn't like the new Peterbilt because if your parking brake for your tractor is out, you know, and you put it in drive, the transmission will not go into drive. So like you can't do a tug test basically on the tractor because the transmission refuses to go into drive. It'll go into drive on the dash, but it will not try to pull. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I'll be there. And guys, it looks like the picnic is at the Oasis. So I don't know what kind of picnic it's going to be indoors, but yeah, Anthony, I've got one. I put it underneath the bunk this morning when we got done. Yeah, I've got one wheel chalk. All you need's one. Yeah, the Peterbilt does ride better than the Freightliner. Yeah. Cody was here the other day. He come over and talked to me. So, Cody, we failed the brake test. Failed the brake test, Christy. Failed the brake test. And I'm going to take as much fault as the student on this one. As much as my fault as is his. Because we did not go, we went over it a few times. But, you know, he didn't really read the paper. I just kind of winged it. And we didn't come out of it too well. So tomorrow, he's coming down and we're going to, like, pound on it. We're going to pound on it. I'm going to get up in the morning, go work out, do some running. Danny, I think it's how it's made. Because, like, when you go to do the tug test on the trailer, no problem at all. You can tug on the trailer. But if the tractor parking brake is engaged and you put it in drive, the truck will not try to go. Yeah, Michael, I am slacking. It was my fault as much as his. No doubt about it. And I told him that this morning. You know, I said, I'll take just as much credit for this fail as you. This is both our faults. He had the paper. I had the knowledge, and neither one of us put it together. So, yeah, thanks, Strange. Thanks for that thumbs up, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, so the International won't let you do it either. So maybe that's something they're doing new. So I went to Sports Clips today and got the haircut. And it was the first time I'd ever been to Sports Clips, to be honest with you. It was all right. I wasn't super impressed as I thought, you know, as they advertised. But it was okay. You know, I mean, it was $5 more than I'm used to paying. And I had to wait 45 minutes to get a haircut. Anthony, sure. I mean, I could make more money doing TNT, but my body can't handle TNT no more, man. I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep, man. When I started doing TNT, man, that's when I started having all my health problems again. It's just the screwed up schedule and the lack of sleep. I'm getting too old for that. Look, if I was 25, 30, no problem, man. I'd be tearing TNT up. That's the second phase. That's the mileage phase of just on-the-job training, over-the-road training, however you want to say it. Yeah, my Sports Clips suck. Yeah, I was not impressed. I'll just be honest with you. I was not impressed. Not impressed at all, but that happens sometimes. I mean, it was someplace new. You know, I'm used to being pampered, man. You know, I've been going to the salon in Springfield for 2 years. You know, I go in, I sit down, and they cut my hair. So it's definitely a little different when you go somewhere new. To make sure that the tractor brake is holding, Sam. To make sure that when that valve is out, then brakes are engaged. Oh, did you? Yeah. So, Anthony, you know then. Right? 14 people in Pittston orientation. Like I said, I haven't heard anybody who's in Springfield right now as a referral, but I'm going to find out. Because, let's see. 23rd. May not, I don't know how we'll do it. I don't know what I'll do. Not sure, because I may just ride solo till the picnic, guys. I may ride solo until the picnic. Because the picnic's next weekend. So I'm sure that's what I'll do. Yep, sure have, Lucas. Going up past the church up on the hill. I have a guy coming in, want a PS deal. Well, I'm going to do my, Cody, I'm going to do my referrals first. But if I don't have one, then yeah, there's a chance I'll just grab somebody. Well, you're over at RST now? I got an email from a guy today. Kind of threw me off. He may actually watch this live at some point. I got an email today and opened it up. There's a guy who's from a soldier in Afghanistan. He's getting ready to come back to the States and get a separation, but he had some questions. All right, Mike, have a good night, man. Have a good night, sir. Just want to make sure I respond to that. Truck won't tug test. No, Gerald, no. No, they don't autofill you because it doesn't tug test. Because it is tug testing. Because the brake is engaged. That's why it won't pull on it. If the brake wasn't working, it would pull on it. Yeah, Lauren. Thank you for that. I just couldn't see Jason sitting around waiting. So it kind of worked out with Chad being there, needing a student. And we kind of just put that in play really quick this morning. I mean, guys, it was quick. Like, I sent a message to my fleet manager, told him that we had to retest on Wednesday. I sent a message to Chad Rich, letting him know the situation. And then Chad immediately came back and he was like, at first he was joking. He was like, oh, well, I'll just grab Jason and I'll get out of here. And the minute he said it, it no longer became a joke to me. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. And so I called Chad and we talked about it. And then I immediately got in touch with my fleet manager and got it set up. Hey, was the tester with prime third party? Yes, he was a third. Yes. Yeah, he's a third party tester. He's prime, but he's been in prime a long time. He was a driver here, and then he took all the classes to become a certified third party tester, and he's been here since the very beginning of testing. It's time is it here? It's 21:14 here, Strange. So 2 hours behind you. So you're over on the East Coast. I'm in Salt Lake City on Mountain Time. I'm just hanging out at the terminal. Look, see, trucks everywhere. So I'm kind of hiding out. I'm actually parked over in the Pedigree lot. It's where they keep all the sale trucks. I think there's like me and one other truck here with actually somebody in it. Everything else is empty. They're all for sale. They're either brand new or cycling out. One or the other. So yeah, I went and got a haircut today, and then I went to Five Guys. Got a couple burgers, ate one for lunch and ate one for dinner. They got pretty good burgers. A little bit messy, but that's all right. It was good food. And then I took a big old nap. Jeff, I never have, but there's a chance I'll start doing that. I'll be honest with y'all, I don't know if I'll take any more out of Salt Lake for a little bit. All right, Christy, have a good night. Yeah, correct, Frosty. Well, Frosty, the reason they're messy is because there's not a lot of bread. There's not a lot of bun. So, which is good for a burger. yeah, Lord, it was pretty quick, man. I just made a couple phone calls and it was over with. Oh, Houston, that's not good. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. So today, after we did the testing, obviously student was kind of worried. He was a little upset with himself because it was right there in front of him on the paper. I was upset with myself. So I just told him, don't worry about it. Don't get worked up about it. Take the day off. Just go back to the hotel and just relax. And yeah, Bobby, I seen it. It came across my screen. And I had a feeling that might happen, but I wasn't sure. And that sucks. That sucks, man. But maybe it'll work out for you. Maybe I didn't get to read the whole message, the last one you sent me, but I saw you had an interview and I saw where. Maybe that'll work out for you, man. But see, when I moved to Florida, first thing my fleet manager told me, very first thing my fleet manager said to me, he said, you need to understand something, that if you separate and you try to come back, good chance they're not going to let you come back, just because they're not hiring out of there. Wednesday will go great, Jeff, I'm sure. Wednesday won't be an issue. Like I said, we're going to do it tomorrow, 4 or 5 hours. We're just going to pound on it. Cameron's really smart. He picks up on stuff really, really quick. I mean, really quick. So he'll be fine. Yeah, Bobby, that's crazy. That really is crazy. Especially since you ain't been gone 60 days. You would think that's quick enough to get right back. You would think anyways, but obviously not. So I have been making good use of the gym here. I'm going to continue to do that. At least get something out of it. Get some good workouts in while I'm here. And like I said, I'm going to ride solo for whatever it's going to be. About to hit up there in Wintersville. Well, hey Webb, I'm down here I'm in Salt Lake, man. They got a little gym upstairs in Salt Lake in the new building. I've been hitting it up. Street Bangers in Spokane doing his 50K. Yeah, thanks, Bobby. Yeah, it's been all right, man. It's been all right. So obviously this week's gonna suck, but we killed it last week. So if you still put the 2 weeks together, it's gonna be just fine. Because we absolutely killed it last week. I got a bigger check last week in a PSD phase running super solo. It was my biggest check I never even got to check that big when Brown was in TNT. So, I mean, we absolutely killed it last week. So I was in PSD last week with Cameron, and I had 73.86 or something in revenue in PSD. What's going on, Larry? Larry, it's been a while. That's what I had, Bobby. It's like 73.86 in PSD. Dude, I was what was I, everybody? I don't remember. Was I like negative 18 hours on my 70 at one point, riding in the passenger seat? And Jeff, just get, yeah. My driver code's SOPCJ. Oh, Bobby, we drove. We did almost 4,000 miles. I was beat. I'm going to tell you, I was tired. I was getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning and driving 500 miles, and my student was driving 350. Jeff needs my driver code. Jeff, I'll put it in here real quick. You can email me as well, and I can give it to you. But yeah, we definitely were doing a little driving. When am I coming to Vegas? So Johnny wants to know what exactly is Super Solo. So during the PSD phase, the student only has a permit, so I have to ride in the passenger seat. Well, y'all know we have a 14-hour clock. Well, the way the laws are written is, after 14, I have 14 hours to drive 11. After 14 hours, I can no longer drive, but I can still be on duty. So for one day, I got up and I drove 600 miles. I drove 10 and a half hours or something. I drove over 600 miles. Then I sat in the passenger seat while my student drove 400, or almost 400. He drove 3 something. So I was way over my 14, but I wasn't driving, so I was still legal because I was in the passenger seat. That's Super Solo. How you doing, Alex? No, Bobby, you can take it. You can take it way beyond that, as long as you don't drive after your 14's up. But that is the idea behind it. So yeah, you can be on duty. You can be on duty 24 hours a day. But as long as you have legal hours to drive, you can drive. But if you don't, you can't. Brake test, Alex. Brake test. I'm gonna get this tank cleaned out in a minute, guys. We're gonna try this blueberry muffin. Man, I really like this burst though. Oh, absolutely. Well, Lucas, they should do that when they're teaming. I've always said that a married couple, like if I had a spouse on the truck with me, it was me and my wife or something. I had a girlfriend, wife, whatever, whoever you have, all right, with you. I wouldn't do much more than Super Solo work. Yeah, Bobby, I'm sitting in Salt Lake still. Got to test again on Wednesday, man. Super Solos are very profitable. They are. They're super profitable. You can run a long ways. You can run 2,000 miles, in 2 days, 2.5 days. So the biggest one we had went from Washington State, from Chellan, up there, Bobby. We were in Chellan. We went up there, picked up a load of apples in Chellan, and took them to New Caney, Texas, or north of Houston. Danny, that's a very gray area, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But I have been on the clock, yes, because it auto kicked me on the clock, so I just let it go. Alex, I mean, all of your big companies out there now are all using automatics. I mean, Strange, how did I miss you? I don't know what Strange wants. Oh, the average miles per week? It depends, Strange, if you're solo or team or what. It all depends. But as a solo driver, it's like 2,500 probably. So Jeff's starting on the 26th. Hey, Jeff, are you going to be in Springfield? Oh, Lucas had a good one. That's a good one, Lucas. That one paid. Holy crap, Washington and Florida pays. Larry, I'm not having an issue. But you got to remember, Prime's a big company. We have a lot of contract freight. You got to keep that in mind. This is a time right now where being with a mega carrier is super beneficial over being a owner operator, because you're not having to scramble for freight. Yeah, Lauren, he will. He'll get it Wednesday. What's going on, Ridge Runner? Oh, well, they're doing the 50K, Strange. Probably 4,000, between 4,000 and 5,000, depending on the freight. Oh yeah, man, contract, it's a big deal. Right now is a good time to have contract freight because spot market sucks. It sucks. Trust me, the rates I'm getting right now with our contract freight are much higher on average than what people are getting on the spot market. Much higher. And volume's down, correct. Correct, Kelly. Yeah, see, Kelly works for a company that makes their own crap. Like Kelly works for a company that makes their product and then they ship it. You know, it's sort of like Tyson. Like right now, you know, a good place to work would be like, you know, Tyson or Sanderson Farms, because those guys have their own trucking companies and they produce their own products. And so they're not out having to find freight. They're just moving their own freight. Well, Bobby, that's what we had at KLM. KLM has got one of those. They had like 175 trucks on over there, but now it looks like Hirschbach's there too. Victor, I did for 6 weeks. I rode solo for 6 weeks. I'm going to ride solo this week and next week too, once we're out of here. So I'll probably ride solo the rest of this week, and then all of next week, and then be at the picnic, the truck show and the picnic on the 30th and 31st. That's why I was asking Jeff where he's going to orientation at. Yeah, correct, Bobby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's Oh, there's a Prime truck over there. Let me read this. Does higher increase or decrease in the winter? We always had, like, our student classes were always a lot smaller in the winter because people are afraid to learn in the snow and ice. I mean, Larry, they make all their money in the summer, man. They kill it in the summer. I'll just be honest with you, man. Our flatbed drivers are killing it right now. Killing it out there. But in the wintertime, it's a lot slower. Students are terrible. You got that right, Bobby. Woo, snow and ice. I'm going to tell you, this winter I got very lucky because Cedric was really good in the snow and ice, and Stefan was very, very good in the snow and ice. Stefan's from Minnesota, so when it came to snow and ice, I was more comfortable with him driving than me driving sometimes because he's used to it. You know, Eric, if I lived up in that part of the country and did it every day, yeah. I was living with the one I opened. No, I had two very good students this past winter. I was very lucky. Like I said, Cedric was very good and Stefan was amazing on the snow and ice. No problems at all. We drove through a blizzard in Missouri. Stefan did. And the seat was up my rear and I was in the passenger seat. And we came out of it into an ice storm. And then we finally found a pilot and we switched out and I finished the trip up. It was Stefan's last trip into the yard, I think, too, if I remember correct. No. Well, actually, it might have been. I don't remember. Diet. It can be nerve-wracking, Bobby, that's for sure. It sure can. It sure can, man. It can be rough. I'm about to get some paper towels and then clean this tank out. Anytime I switch flavors, I like to kind of wipe the tank out completely. All right, so Jeff's going to PA. Second student empty. Wow. Yeah, that would be a little rough. Me and Stefan went through Snoqualmie, man, and the damn snowbanks on each side of the road were higher than the truck. So they were over 13.6. It was like we were driving through a tunnel. The snow was just piled up on each side of the road, 15, 20 feet tall. It was wild. Absolutely crazy. Going on, Rail? Brian, I don't really know. I mean, the only trainers I know are pretty much my fellow YouTubers. And right now I think they've all got students. Oh, Princess, that sucks. Empty the juice, refill it with the new juice, and close the air vent. Puff it about time. All right, Kelly, I'll try that. Oh yeah, it's strange. I would say that's a big advantage. So Brian starts the third. Brian, you're starting where? Springfield? Yeah, we'll just have to see how it works out, where everything stands when I finally get back over there. Like I said, I probably won't go back now to the picnic. I was hoping to get there this week and pick up Jason, but it was just in everybody's best interest to get him out with Chad and get his training going. He's been there a week already. So he leaves in the morning. So Jason Gillis and Chad Rich will be leaving in the morning out of Springfield. And I think they'll be back for the picnic as well, and I think Jason will probably test then. Kelly, I'm glad you said that because I probably would have hit the damn button. I probably would have hit the damn button if I had to guess. Well, Frosty, it's not so new anymore. I've been hitting the hell out of it. Well, it's still got white in it, though. Well, the cotton's still a little white, so yeah, it's fairly new. What's going on, Bo? I just really enjoy this flavor, so it kind of sucks that I can't find where I put it. And like, I have like seriously no idea where it's at, but it's in this truck, I know that. I filled it up before I got out of the truck for testing this morning. Hey Frosty, that's another reason I don't let it run like to zero, because I don't want to burn the... Excuse me, guys, I'm burping, man. I keep burping. All right, Curtis, good luck. Yeah, I try to keep my tank full, yeah. Since Mother's Day. Now I gotta work on getting rid of the vape. I don't know, I really like the vape. One thing about vaping over smoking is, like, I can put this down up here, and if I go back and lay in the bed, I can sit through 2 movies and never get up front and hit the vape. I just leave it sitting up there. You know, or if I was smoking cigarettes, man, I'd be sitting up front every 20 minutes smoking. Yeah, Brian, that depends on who you ask. Here's the way I look at it. It's got to be better than cigarettes. I don't care who says what. It's got to be better than cigarettes. And the only reason the government don't like it is because they can't sin tax it because it's not tobacco. That's why the government, that's what y'all need to understand, man. They can release they can say all they want to about vaping. Why do they do that? Because they're not getting the freaking tax dollars from it. And they're pissed off about it. Everybody's switching to vapes and the government's losing money. You know, they got that sin tax on tobacco. I got the tank emptied out and I just got to refill it. Yeah, it has to be better than cigarettes. Oh no, fatty 2x4. Four stops out of Ottawa. Man, every time I've ever pulled out of there, Fatty, I've had that. It's multiple stops out of there. I don't know if Chad's going to do all of Jason's training or just his PSD. To be honest with you, he might just be PSD and Jason, because I know he has a timetable set up with Tulsa. So I'm not sure if he's doing all of Jason's training or not. So one thing I didn't ask. Oh, nice, 25,000 pounds. That is a good load. Vape liquid per milliliter. What does it say? North Carolina, West Virginia, California don't surprise me. Yeah, they had to put a new tax on there, man. They're losing all their money. Everybody's quitting smoking, going to vaping. I did notice that when I was in Arizona the other day, I did notice that Arizona, I think it was Arizona, raised the smoking age and smoking related products, including vape, to 21 from 18. So that was something I saw that I knew some states were doing that. All right, we'll close this up. Yeah, I'm not sure when he's going out with Tulsa. I think in September sometime. So, you know, September's only 2 weeks away. So he may just be PSD and Jason. Kelly, this is going to give me a damn headache. All right. Johnny, for this one, it's like hitting a cigarette. You get the feeling as if you're hitting a cigarette. Like the little like jewels and shit, you don't get that feeling. Hopefully this don't put me into a coughing rage hitting this right now. It's harder than I'm gonna hit it. This one was $89, I think. The federal tax will happen. Yeah, it will. It will happen eventually. You are correct. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Oh, this one is the Aegeus Legend that I've got. But there's a lot of different mods out there. The Voopoo Drag is a good one. Correct, Johnny. Yeah, those yeah. That tasted like shit, guys. That was a mixture of both juices and it did not taste well. Blueberry muffin and kiwi strawberry do not go together well. Oh, she's doing it a long time ago. First one I ever tried, I think, was Blue. When Blue first came out. Eight coil tank. Holy crap. No, there's not. There's like no wait for a trainer right now. Like you get one pretty quick. $230 holy crap. I'm vaping at 65. I used to vape at 90. On the other tank with the other coils, I vaped at 90. But these double mesh coils, I went back to a double mesh instead of the triple. Actually, I was vaping the quad coils for a while. They just burned up too fast. And when they burned up, man, they tasted like shit. It was not good. Not good at all. $16 coils at 120 watts. Holy crap. Yeah, 5 days out of a coil. Yeah, they burn up quick, man. You start getting those bigger coils. John, you're right. You're right, John, they will. It's exactly what will happen. For a trainer, yes, Strange. For a truck, no. There's still weight on the back end for trucks right now. I've talked to people recently who had 70,000 miles before they got a truck. Man, I had a smock. I hated it. Hated it. This juice is not that good. Maybe it'll get better. I still got a little bit of the burst in there with it, so when it soaks the cotton up, maybe we'll be all right. So one thing about this place is it's quiet. There's not many people around Salt Lake City, guys. It's a quiet place to be. All you see is food deliveries coming in and out. Chinese, pizza, Jimmy John's, you name it, I've seen it here. Grubhub. Lots of Grubhub deliveries here, man. And they're not even close to finishing that new building yet. They don't even have the brick up yet. So, I mean, it might be maybe late next fall, late next summer before they get it done. But they're still laying brick. They haven't even started the electrical or anything else. So it's going to be a while. No, Strange, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, the quality of the terminal is different. Where did I get my CDL? I actually went to Lebanon Truck Driving School in Lebanon, Tennessee, just outside Nashville in '98. And then I let that one go, and I had to go back to school in 2006. And I arrived at the Pine Bluff Truck Driving School in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, the day of the Super Bowl, 2006. I remember getting there on the bus that morning, and then that evening, all of us, there's like 16 of us watching the Super Bowl in the common area. Because it was a truck driving school, and they had like a dorm on site. It was actually set up pretty nice. It was 2 guys to a room, and they had a bathroom in between two rooms. So 4 guys shared a bathroom. I was there like 16 or 17 days. It's probably about, let's see, I have about 370,000 here at Prime. And then I had done like 1.1 or 1.2 million prior to coming here. So like probably about 1.5, something like that. Right around 1.5, if I had to guess. So I've got a mile or 2 under my belt. Doesn't matter, I still learn every day. Still something new every single day out here. Oh, yeah, now it's tasting better. That's actually pretty good. Get a few more hits like that, and I might like this one just as much. Yeah, I plan on retiring from Prime, correct. I plan on Prime being my last stop. And I may not even retire as a driver. 10 years from now, I may go into the office somewhere, work on a pad somewhere, do something different. But I definitely see myself being here till I'm done. My watch is telling me it's time to stand up. I'm behind in my exercise today. It's because I didn't do my normal 1 hour treadmill session today. I just did some exercise and then did 30 minutes. So I'm a little behind. So guys, it's weird because, I'm on the fitness program and there's 2 phases. Well, I finished the second phase 2 days ago and I don't have any more exercises, and I've gotten no directional help from coach. So it's like maybe you're just supposed to do it on your own now. I don't know, but I thought part of the deal was that you would get some guidance. Mac's saying rinse and repeat. What, phase 2, Mac? Maybe that's what Mac's saying. Rinse and repeat phase 2. Maybe. He didn't tell me that, though. He hasn't told me anything. Like, I haven't got an email. I haven't got anything from him on it. No guidance on it. So I'm just kind of doing my own thing. I'm just kind of picking my favorites and just doing them. Okay, yeah. Here comes an international. Yeah, John, I had the smock. The first one I had leaked, it was terrible. I have figured out this one, if it leaks, the coil's out. So it's made it really simple. I didn't realize what was going on at first. Every now and then this thing would leak. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with it? Well, once that coil would just burn up and it would start leaking. So now if it starts leaking, I just change the coil. Problem solved. Nope. I just did a little twerking, Christy, that's all. Sam, I don't know. There's not that many people in Utah, I'm gonna be honest with you. What's going on, Miss Kiana? Kiana missed it too. As long as David didn't see it, I'm alright. Greg's over in Portland. Yeah, oh yeah, Sam, there's trucks in Utah. Absolutely. Absolutely there's trucks in Utah. Oh, thanks for watching, Sean. Yeah, I was hoping that some of those, just those pad videos to give guys a general idea, guys and gals, general idea of like what goes on the pad. Kind of have a general idea of coming in, what's going to happen. I got to plug this other phone in. Nice, Danny. I was up there dancing with Blue the dinosaur. That's pretty funny. I like that. Oh. Kiana was in Salt Lake when she was here at Prime. This is where she tested out. Kiana, we failed today. We failed the air brake test. So we got tested again on Wednesday. I'll tell y'all, the tester here, he's pretty cool. I was able to sit and chat with him a little bit when my student was over by the truck. He's a pretty cool guy. Reminds me of like an old rock and roll hippie. All right, Bobby, have a good night, man. Good luck on that interview. Chet Webb, it is boring, man. It is. There's nothing here. They got the gym upstairs. That's it. And not only that, like the hotel is down off 5600. So like I've been driving back and forth getting my student over the weekend. Now he rode the shuttle today back and forth. But like I ran out of personal conveyance time the one day. Kiana, there's like no food now. Somebody was like, no, they got a food truck. Yeah, for the whole month of August, it shows up here like 8 days. Yeah, there's like nothing here. That's all right. I found my way to 5600. There's lots of food down there. There's like a mile stretch, guys. It's like everything is on that 1 mile. Everything you can want. That's where I went to today, got a haircut and got food. Keon, I don't remember his name. He's like an old rock and roll hippie. Long gray hair. No, really salt and pepper hair. Long salt and pepper hair. Said he's been here since the beginning, so. No. Greg, I wonder which one you had. Because we got some pretty good ones. Oh, you had Rod? Yeah, Rod's pretty cool, man. Rod is pretty cool. Mr. Clean. Oh, Mr. Clean. Johnny, I'd say the highest failing percentage is probably in backing department. I'm just guessing. I don't have the numbers. I don't know the numbers. I never asked. But I would say backing. Like when you test in Springfield, if you look at the retesters, the guys who are retesting, like 95% of them are backing. Kiana, were you at the Ramada? I don't know if Keanu was at the Ramada. Because my student's at the Ramada, and he's told me some horror stories about that place already. Huge holes in the wall and everything. Matter of fact, there was a couple tour buses that came in full of Chinese people, and they left. They went to another hotel. Yeah, they went to another hotel, man. I was dropping him off the one day, and there was all this commotion. He was telling me the next day what happened. Said they were all complaining about their rooms. And they ended up just leaving, getting a refund and leaving, going to another hotel. strangers, no telling. I mean, you do straight line back, you do right offset left side. You could, there's no parallels 90. I mean, you get 12 points for the whole thing. 13th point you fail. You know, the worst part is, man, Cameron's going to be a damn good driver. Ain't no doubt in my mind. The guy can drive a truck. Sean, it's kind of looking that way. It's kind of looking that way. I was only doing Springfield. But that was my first go-go juice of the day. That's pretty good. Kiana, this guy told me he's been a tester for 4 years. Night running in Texas. They had a pad instructor out here, a young guy. I have a young guy out here doing pad instructing. He's a dickhead. I'll just be honest with you. The way he was talking to those students this morning, I was like, whoa. I bet you. Yeah, Danny, once you understand what you're working with and you pay attention to what's going on, I'm actually looking really forward to the rodeo next week. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm gonna go live so you guys can see it. I'll get Chad Rich or somebody to hold my phone, and I'll just go live, and he can broadcast it live while I'm participating in the rodeo. It's the 30th. It's the 30th. So when's the 30th, guys? Next Friday. So a week from Friday. Rodeo's a week from Friday, and it starts at, I think, 5:30 at night. Check-in's like 5:30. Yeah, Kiana's way behind. I was like, what in the world? Yeah, that Ramada sucks. That's what I hear. I don't know. I don't know much truth behind that, but yeah, I mean, Viking, if you're going to be in Springfield, odds are, yeah, you'll see me if you're testing the 29th. Because I'll probably arrive on the 29th. You got to learn the curves, that's right. Swing wide, swing wide. My student Greg will tell you, swing wide, Greg, swing wide. I think one of the hardest things to get students to realize is when you're making a turn, I don't care if it's a right turn or a left turn, but it really plays in on the right-hand turns. But when you're making a turn, you don't just make the turn and hold the wheel to the right, you know, if you're making a right turn. As you're making that turn, you're letting that wheel go, and you're riding out as far as you can on that lane, you know. using up all your real estate. You want to use everything you've got out there in order to make it. And that's pretty important. Pretty important. Because if you just sit there and make a right-hand turn, just hold that wheel to the right, you're going to hop the curb every time. While they're getting breakfast there. I have not been to Plaster City, whatever that may be. Whatever that may be. All right, guys, getting late. I think I'll wrap it up. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do some pre-tripping tomorrow, guys. I'll do a live tomorrow afternoon a little earlier than I did today. But I think I'm just going to wrap it up for tonight, watch a movie, and go to bed. So, in the meantime, y'all be safe out there. Study, study, study. Make good choices, right? And shiny side up, rubber side down. And as Miss Selena would tell you, keep it out of the ditches, bitches. Y'all take care.